Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Black Flight by Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare. Going to go through getting our first day set up and hopefully even get a patrol going in. This will be part two, and we are starting out fresh with the Hun Hunters, but we've got to go through our daily setup here and get this kind of set up ready to go. Kind of won't go through this all the time, but I figured I'd give everybody a chance to see how I do it. I've got lots of practice, and I've talked back and forth with Thomas on things, and so this just seems to be a good start. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me go down size a little bit. Let me get out. As always, disclaimer, charts and orders, these are not going to be in the Vassal online, so don't look for them and please don't ask for them. I can't and won't give that out. I do believe that the designers work hard on these things, and they really need you get whatever they can for these. And most of them, I know Thomas does this, the proceeds from the game usually go into the development of the next game. So I know nobody's getting rich off of these. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set up our current weather effects. And again, these charts will not be there. And hopefully my dice are good. We don't have a bad day to start right out, because my dice rolling leaves a lot to be desired. 2d6, we got a 6, which is cloud for our current weather. And on all Thomas's games, if you roll a clear, there's 3 of them. Look for the one for the little nib or little semicircle underneath of it. That's the one you set up on. All right, and re-rolling for our forecast is 10, which is going to be rain. Not great. Not horrible, but not great. We can still fly on all this. All right, so that takes us to, let me get our notes out here. And this is why I recommend using the new game with notes when you're setting up, because you'll get this little note that Thomas uses. So the date is, and I forget, so I'm going to have to look it up. We were starting out on Friday the 18th. 18th of May, 1917. May. If I could spell it, would be quite amazing. Current weather effect is clouds. And current forecast is rain. Weekly orders. Now, what I tend to do is I will open up a PDF, and I've scanned this, so I have it to do this with. If you want to do it, you'll have to scan your own. I'm not sure. I don't think the I'm having brain farts big time of the day. The news and everything, the orders are available in Board Game Geek. So these are something that you'll have to just go in, and it's worth the extra effort to scan these, and so you have a PDF to copy and paste off of. And please don't ask for it, because I will not send it out, because there's way too many people, and I'm not saying everybody is, it's just way too many people that will try to find an angle to not pay what is it? I forget how much this is on Amazon, but it's really not that much, guys. You can afford to do this if you want it. So let me go to my daily orders because I believe that is our next step. You know what? Setting up my squadron. Overhauls. I like to do 2 on the days these guys are, and I could overhaul that. And then let me get 2 of these, two off of the guys that are on half day off. And these guys will be overhaul. And I just do something simple like that. And then 2 every day. One day you got 15 planes. You got to do 2 a day for a week. 2 every day, but one day he's going to have a 3-dayer. And I'll probably do that on Sunday. So this already has 2 for that day. So we're just going to start here. Overhaul. And I'm very simplistic, so overhaul. Let's get somebody off of here real quick. Overhaul, and that's Friday, so Thursday is still a overhaul. I mean, a part of that week. Overhaul him, and on Sunday we will have this guy get overhauled too. So that gives me 3, and everybody else is scheduled. So that is done. Get our daily orders. Now we are doing the airplane and pilot availability. So we do have to roll for pilot availability. Let's do that quick. Pilot readiness. We got 2d6. We're just going to hit reroll 11. No effect. That's probably one of the first times I didn't have a guy sick at the beginning of the day. So that's good. We don't have anybody ill. So now we're going into the weekly and daily orders. And I'm in the news right now. So let me go down here. Week 1. There is no weekly orders. I'm not going to read everything. So, but there is no weekly order, so we can go ahead and put that in our notes. None. And then daily orders. We're on the wrong page. One of these years I might get my act together and you guys will get a clean, mistake-free video. But, yeah, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I completely lost my, there we go, my orders pages there. I got the right one now. I was looking in the actual, there's a lot of content in this game. For anything else, there's that's worth it. It's worth the price in and of itself. I'll just copy and paste the special order or the daily orders from that day and put them in here like that. Dawn LP, 2 additional LPs during the day. We got rain in the forecast, so I'm going to get. Oh, I put it on the wrong one again. I did. X. Control V. I want a LP at dawn. That's going to be Sea Flight because they have half day off. So I'm going to go ahead and select all these guys. Patrol dawn. That's my dawn patrol. And then down here, I am definitely the lazy guy when it comes to typing, so I'll put a FL, Control C, Control V. And he will be in Y's taken, so Avery Scott. I forget which one I put him in. I don't know why I do that sometimes. Avery Scott is in V. So what I normally do on the guys that are, I forgot, Kian Arbor too. Come on, Greg. K. Lane is going to be using somebody else's plane, so I'll just take the fifth guy off of one of the other flights, and he's going to be in O. Control C, burn, Control V in Z. And that way I keep my notes up, and it's easier for me in dogfights to keep track of this stuff. Ross, he is getting an overhaul, so we'll put him in W. Control C, and he is in A. And Killian Arbor is in K. And this is where I'm going to set up my airdrome too, because I want these guys to have their planes parked in. We got a lot of the first video would kind of go long probably because I'm going to be doing admin at the same time. Stuff that I won't show in other videos. You guys don't need to see, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. Y and C are in for overhaul. So Y can still see. Y and C are going to be overhauled. Those are going to be unavailable. They're off of C flight. So I'm going to put them in B. And then I'm going to go to C flight. And I'm going to take Y. And I'm going to put him right here. And C. I'm going to put him right there. So I don't use them. And then he's in, lane's in O, so I'll grab O from this flight. And Ross is in W from B flight. And I'll grab that from there. We'll put them C flight. We'll start filling out our roster here. Patrol roster. I'm going to put this off to the side. Alright. He's in O. He's in W. So we're going to go ahead and send that to plane 1. That's going to drag over to plane 1. I'm going to go ahead and copy paste C. Control V. Being as he is a flight leader on this one, he'll have the 4 dice. So I'm just going to manually put the 4 in there. And it's just a little repetitious, but it's a lot easier to do in Vassal than it is Control C burn, and than it is on paper. And you'd have to do all this on paper anyway. Flight leader, don't need to worry about rank. Burn is 2. We don't know what his the trait card's going to be. W is going to go over here for Ross. He has nothing to transfer over. And he has 1. And then Asper, Control C. And he has 1. This is a pretty weak flight, so that goes transfers to plane. Oops, undo that. Transfers to plane 4. And then this goes to plane 5, Control C. And I will more than likely send out my squadron commander and that, but I don't have to make this decision up until until we're getting ready to take off. So he's got one also. So this is how I do it, and I explained in my last video why I do that. Because now as I turn things over or guys get damaged, I can decrease these dice, and I can keep my notes handy where I can see which planes are who on the tactical map, and it's just a whole lot easier to keep track of things that way. So that patrol roster is ready to go. The other ones, of course, we don't set up. OZWA. OZWA. W and K. They're all going, and I'd like to try and just keep these guys together for the next day. This guy will go in there. Then I can just put everybody else in parking or hangars. And there's a parking. I got 2 of them left over, so they go into parking. All right, that's set up now. Everybody's ready to go for the dawn patrol. I will also let's get our LPs set up. Our noon LP is going to be. Let's put LP. Put B flight in noon. Oops, I keep doing that. Told you, as soon as you start recording, you lose IQ points. I'm not the only one that has that problem. Stewart is going to be an S, and I'm not going to drag these guys and set them up until it comes time for them to fly. Marcus, an M. Bondar in B. Scott in V. Wiseman in W. And this will obviously change if these planes that are getting doubled up on the day get trashed. Oh, and I forgot to put FL in front of Nash. He is our flight leader for that flight. All right, the afternoon patrol is going to be A, which is Irwin. In I. Shirley. In X. Law. In L. If I could type. English is my first language. I will get it right one of these years. R, Reynolds in R, and Olson in O. All right, that's got them set up. LP, A flight. And then what I'll do is, and actually we'll run through that. That's all set up. Well, these guys are going to be the nooner. Select all them. Patrol. I like doing things quick. So, I don't know. I'm not the world's most patient guy. And these guys are the afternoon patrol. All right. I think we've got patrol plan. We've got that all set up. That's a patrol plan. We just did special orders, so we can take these guys for that first flight and get them ready to go out. And that was K, right? Yep, K. So we're going to go ahead and check for special orders. Dawn Patrol. None. So we're going to go ahead then, and I should have rolled for this earlier, but I didn't. We're going to look see what our offensive patrol is. So we've got a Lion Patrol. We need a D6. Oops. Boy, I'm all confused here. Clean them up, roll a D6. That's 3. Cambrai Trench. Let's select all that. Control C. All right. Cambrai Trench to Triangular Wood. And I still don't have this map very well and memorized. So Triangular Woods right there, Cambrai Trench. All right, let's get our game markers down. Game counters. Nope, turn. We're gonna not turn. Duh. Target area. I'm going to use. Oh, come on, Greg. I'm going to use orange. A little easier for me to see. Cambrai Trench. I'm going to enter the notes. And that's going to be Control V. 3 flights in each direction. Then I'll go ahead and clone that and drag that down to Triangular Wood. Now I've got that all set up and we are ready then to take off. And as you see, the notes have that in there. Underneath I will put success, failure, and any kills I'll put next to victories I'll put next to the guys and keep track of them on the squadron as they go. This video is 22 minutes, so I think I'll take off and we'll just call it that. So we need the aerodrome. We are cloudy, so we're going to subtract 1, 2d6. 7-6. Barely made it. If it was raining, we wouldn't have. Successful takeoff. So all these guys come down to here. And I did not name my squadron commander on there. And I wanted to take him out with this group. Because this is a... when do I have to name his? He can just basically jump in at any time. Probably should have done it before the takeoff, but we're going to go ahead and put the squadron commander in there. So we're going to send that to plane 6. Control C. Control V. And he gets 3 attack dice. And what plane do I want to use? We're going to go ahead and use R from the afternoon patrol. So that's B flight, no, A flight. So we'll go ahead and put R over there with him. I'm going to add that to my notes. Squadron commander, Control V, in R. That save that, and we now have our flight are ready to go. Oh, I might not have been able to use R. I got a little cavalier with that. Let me see. Yeah, R was in a hangar, so yes, I could use R. And I should have done that before in case there's a crash, but it really wouldn't have mattered because the squadron commander can't get crashed anyway because of his trait card. So we are in the air at zero altitude, and we are getting ready to go. And I will save this and we'll continue this mission later. Thanks for joining me. This is Black Flight by Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare. You all have a great day. Thank you.